This conference will now be recorded.
Yesterday we completed our bitwise operator. Okay, whatever the things, whatever the operators we are going to use, we have seen in the last 2 days. So first we have seen AND operator. Second, after that, OR operator. Then XOR operator. Then bitwise complement, bitwise left shift, and bitwise right shift. Okay, we understand the difference between what is the difference between the bitwise if you do the operation using a bitwise operator and if you use the operator other than bitwise operator. So yesterday we have seen if you want to set a bit, which operator we use? If you want to set our bit, what is meant by set? For setting the bit, we are going to use OR operator. For clearing the bit, AND operator. Means for clearing the bit means what? I will make the bit 0. After that, we have seen a XOR operation. Okay, for what is the use of XOR operator? What is the use of XOR operator? To toggle the bit. Correct. Now then we have seen some examples. Okay, how to set a bit. We created a generalized equation for setting the bit, for clearing the bit, for toggling the bit. After that, we have taken, if you want to set the n bits from the LSB, for clear the n bits from the LSB, for toggle the n bits from the LSB, I have given some homework. Okay, write a generalized equation for clearing the LSB, n bits of the LSB, then toggling the n bits from the LSB. Okay, and again one example I have given for what? To get a n bits. Many of you send me the answers, what they have done, but still many people are not doing. Okay, I think there is a one section there in which we are going, you can submit your homework. I don't know, but there is some classwork or something like that where you can store your homework, whatever things you have done, you can submit there. Okay, now after that, I have given one program using right shift. You need to check, you need to find how many number of ones present in that the binary. Okay, so again some classworks are based on your shifting operation. Okay, the first is that write a program to count set bits in a given number. We already done. Then second was write a program to print bits of a given number. Okay, here only we need to print the bits. Okay, in this second class work, instead of checking whether it is a count or set, we are going to directly print the bit. If you can do first one, simply you can do second one class work. Now third one is that write a program to swap nibbles of a given number. Write a program to swap nibbles of a given number. What it means? Can anyone tell me what is mean by swap nibbles? What to do in this assignment, in this classwork? Suppose you need to read a character from the user. Suppose user enter a character like this, ch equals to 0x ab.
fake అసలు
Please,
తీసుకోవాల్సిన అయిపోయింది కూడా
please unmute your mic. Mute your mic.
వేస్ట్ ఆయన
Arvind,
మళ్ళీ దొరికితే వాళ్ళు బ్లాక్ టెస్ట్ లో కేసు పెట్టి నొక్కుతారు అది కదా
okay, what is meant by swapping the nibble? Okay, so you need to write the logic. You need to create a program when you after the logic, if you are going to print the bits, it should be, if you are going to print ch, it should be printed like that. it should be printed like 0x 0x BA. Means what we are going to do here, we are going to shift our A, whatever the your 4 byte are there, we are going to shift the 4 byte to the LSB side, and whatever the bits of your whatever the bits are there in your MSB side, we are going to shift that to the MSB side. Correct? Suppose my bits are like this 1011 0101. Okay, after writing the code, after whatever the logic you have written, after that you need to print a number in a such a way that it should be look like this 0101 1010 1011. This is what your classwork is. Clear with this, what to do in this classwork? You just need to swap the nibble. Okay, now after that we are going to see the next chapter. Not the next chapter, the remaining operator of your C. Okay, only two operators are remaining. First one is a ternary operator and second one is a comma operator. Okay, ternary operator is the only operator with the 3 operands. Whatever the operator we have seen, they are either unary or a binary. Okay, the ternary, first I will explain the syntax of your ternary operator. After that I will go for the working. Okay, the ternary operator it will check the condition. The syntax of ternary operator is nothing but like this: condition, question mark, expression 1, expression 2. Okay, the syntax of ternary operator is like this. Okay, condition, question mark, expression 1 colon expression 2. Okay, what it will do, it will check the condition. The working of ternary operator is like this: it will check the condition. If this condition is true, expression 1 is going to execute. All the statement will be replaced by expression 1, and now expression 1 is going to execute. If condition is false, if your condition is false, it is our expression 2 is going to execute. Okay, if condition is false, expression 2 is going to execute. It is work like your if else condition. Okay, if you observe your if else block, it is the working of if else block is same as your ternary operator. Okay, inside the if condition, what you are doing, if condition is true, what you are doing, whatever the written in whatever the statement you are written in inside the if block, you are going to execute. If your condition is false, whatever the statement written inside the else, it is going to execute. Same thing is going to happen here. Okay, you are going to check the condition. If condition is true, expression 1 is going to execute. If condition is false, expression 2 is going to execute. Okay, it is short form, it is short, it is a short form for your if else. Clear with this working? Suppose I am doing like this. Okay, I will explain by example now. Suppose my num1 value is 10, correct, and num2 value is 20. Num2 equals to 20. If I am doing like this, num1 greater than num2. Okay, this is what my condition. Next thing, I am going to write expression 1. In expression I am writing printf hello. Okay, and this expression 2 I am going to write printf bye. What will happen? What it is going to print? How it is going to work? Yes, it is going to print by. First it will check is condition is true or false. 10 greater than 20. Condition is false. So it will directly come to this part. This part will not be executed. Understand what I am saying? If condition is true, it will directly jump to this part. After the colon, it will directly jump to the after the colon. This part will be skipped. This part will not be executed. Clear? This is what your working is. Okay, if you compare your if else, if you compare here, Okay, if you compare your if else with the ternary operator, if you observe this program, what will you see? If you observe this code, the first number is that num1 equals to 10. After that, num2 equals to 20. Okay, we have created another variable num3 based on the first condition. If condition is true, if num1 is greater than num2, we are storing the value of num1 inside the num3 variable. Else, we are storing the value of num2 inside the n3 variable, and we are going to print n3. Means what is the use of this program? What we are doing in this program? We are finding the greatest of two. Okay, if num1 is greater, I am storing the value of num1 in num3 and printing num3. If num2 is greater, I am storing the value of num2 in num3 and printing the num3. Means I am printing the what? Greatest value. Okay, so all this line, okay, instead of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, instead of writing this 8 line using ternary operator, I am going to write this all the code inside a one line, within a one line only, with the one line only. So what will I do? Whatever the output I am getting from this, I have to store in num3. So what will I do? Num3 equals to num1 greater than num2. It will check the condition, and based on condition, it will give the output. So first of all, tell me, your two operators are coming. First operator is assignment operator, and second operator is what? Your ternary operator. Which one has higher priority? Which one will execute first? Which one is higher priority? In the example, in example number 027, which one is higher priority? Assignment or ternary? Which one is higher priority? Saurabh, ternary has a higher priority. So this ternary operator is going to execute. This ternary operator is going to execute first. Okay, this ternary operator is going to execute. So first tell me which one condition part will execute. Okay, based on condition, the remaining two part will execute. If condition is true, the left part of your colon will be execute. If condition is false, right part of your colon will execute. So tell me, what is the condition now? 10 greater than 20 or 10 less than 20? His condition is true. Is 10 is greater than 20? Is 10 is greater than 20? Condition become false. Correct? So condition become false. So it is going to execute the second part. It is going to execute second part. Means it is going to return whatever the value returned by your second part. This statement, okay, what is the return value of this function? This is this operator. It is nothing but if first part is, if true part is, if true part, if after the checking condition, if true part is coming, then it will be replaced by your true part. This expression will be replaced by your true part. But after the condition, if your condition become false part is coming, means right side of operand, it is replaced by, this statement will be replaced by your false part. Means this operand, this operation is, this operator is going to return either left side of your operand, sorry, left side of your colon, or either right side of your colon. So in this example, what it is going to return? It is going to return num2. Correct? It is going to return num2. In this expression, all this thing will be replaced by num2. So num3 equals to become num2. So whatever the value inside the num2 will be stored in a num3. So what is the value of num2? It is a 20. So num3 will store a 20. So it will print greater num is a 20. Clear with the example? Clear with this example? Now let us try some few more example for your better understanding. Okay, suppose I am giving example like this. Num value is, my num value is 0. Okay, x equals to 0 and y equals to 1. Correct? If I am doing like this, int z equals to num x plus plus y plus plus. Tell me what did you print? Tell me the value of z, x and y after this statement. Here in next statement I am printing the value of z, x and y. What are the value of z, x, y? What will be the value for z, x, y? Okay, I am going to write the code here so that you can understand. Here I am creating variable int num equals to 1, x equals to 0, y equals to 1. Correct. In the next line, what I am doing, int z equals to num question mark x plus plus semicolon y plus plus. This is what our question is. Correct. After that, I am printing the value of x, y, z. Print up x equals to %d, y equals to %d, and z equals to %d. X, y, z. What will the output for this one? What will be the output? Many are saying 1 to 1 x, y, z. What will the output? 1 to 0 again. 0 to 2, 1 to 2. What will be the output again, others? Okay, I will execute the code now. Okay, sorry. Okay, it will print x equals to 1, y equals to 1, and z equals to 0. Why it is doing like this? X equals to 1, y equals to 1, and z equals to 0. Why it is doing like this? Anybody who can understand? Explain. Okay, if you observe this, what is the value of num here? Num I have taken, sorry, for this I have taken num equals to 1 in my example. Here I have taken num equals to 1. If you observe here, I have taken num equals to 1 here. Okay, here I have taken num equals to 1, x equals to 0, and y equals to 1. Correct? This is what my value is. So here, first what will happen? Here, the two operator here. One assignment operator and another one is a ternary operator. So which one is higher priority? So ternary operator has higher priority. So I will execute this part. So first I will check the condition. In condition, you are getting 1 year. In condition, you are getting 1 year. So true part will be executed. Means whole statement will be replaced by this true part. This will be skipped. This will be skipped. It will not execute. And your whole statement will be replaced by this true part. So only this part will return x plus plus. So when you do x plus plus, it is a post increment. As it is a post increment, it is going to increase the value of x. It is going to return increase the value of x by 1, but it is going to return a previous value. So it will be what? It will be 0. Correct? So it will print z equals to 0, x equals to 1, and y equals to 1. This y plus plus will not be executed. It will be skipped. Clear? Any doubt in this example? Everybody understood? Now let us try another example. If I am doing like this, x equals to 0, y equals to 1, and I am taking z equals to 1. I am taking. Okay, if I am doing like this, int a, here I am writing x question mark plus plus y not of x question mark z plus plus colon y plus plus. Now tell me the output for this question. If I am printing here x, y, z and a equals to percent d, tell me the output. Here if you observe, sometime you will get the multiple ternary operator in a single statement. So how you will solve this? Which will solve first? This ternary operator you are going to solve first, or this ternary operator you are going to solve first? How will you decide? How will you decide? Yes, you are going to for right to left. You are going to follow. If operator of the same priority comes together, you are going to follow a associativity. So follow associativity. So tell me which will you solve first? Which part will you solve first? What will the output? What will you get? This is what my code is. What will you get? Which one will you solve first? Y plus plus. First you are going to solve. You are, as it is a ternary operator, you are going from right to left. You are going from you will go for right to left. You will go like this. Correct. So you will solve the first the right side operator. You are going to you will solve this operator first. So for this operator, which one is part? This is what a part. Okay. First you will solve this first. Okay. Tell me what is the value you will get? What will value you will get from this one? Here not of 0. Here what you are doing? Here not of 0 you are doing. Not of 0. Not of 0 means what? 1. So condition become true. Means this entire bracket will be replaced by z plus plus. Correct? Means entire bracket will be replaced by your z plus plus. Clear with this? Your entire bracket will be replaced with z plus plus. Now we are remain with only this much part. We are remain only with this much part. Now tell me which one will execute. Now x value is what? It will be, it is a 0. Now x value is 0. So which part will execute? Yes, x part is 0. It is going to execute z plus plus. Means all this expression will be replaced by only this much part. Only this much part. So you are with this much only. You are with the z plus plus. A equals to z plus plus. Means what? What is happening here? Z become 2 here. But it is going to return a previous value. Means a become what? 1. So it is going to print x equals to 0, y equals to 1, z equals to 2, and y equals to 1. Sorry, a, it is going to return what? What is the previous value of z? Previous value of Z is 1. So it is going to return 1. Who is that? Prasad. If I am going to execute the code, we observe this. See here, it is printing what? X equals to 0, Y equals to 1, Z equals to 2, and A equals to 1. Clear? 0, 1, 2, 1. Got it? Clear with this example? Now clear with the ternary operator? If you are getting multiple ternary operator, what will you do? You will solve from right to left. Okay, I will explain again. Okay, this is what my code is. Correct? Shaker, correct? This was my code is. Now what will I do? I am in the same step. Multiple ternary operators are coming. Means operator of the same priority are coming in a single step. So I am going to follow a right to left. I am going to follow a right to left. Okay. So first I will solve the first ternary operator which is coming to the right. I will solve the rightmost ternary operator. So which is the rightmost ternary operator? This one is rightmost. So this is what the part of this rightmost ternary operator. Okay. Because after that, before here, semicolon is coming. Colon will not be the part of your ternary operator. So this much is the part of your ternary operator. Clear? So this part will execute first. So not of x means what? Not of 0. Not of 0 means what? 1. As it is a 1, so it will execute only true condition. Correct, Striker? It is going to execute only true condition. Means entire this ternary operation will be replaced by this Z++. Entire this ternary operation will be replaced by this Z++. So entire this will be replaced by Z++. Correct? Now we will solve this ternary operation. X question mark plus plus y and Z plus plus. So in this what will happen? X is 0. X is 0. Correct? X is 0. So as condition become false, we are getting 0 here. Means what? We are getting condition false. So we are going to execute the S part, false part. Okay. So entire this ternary operation will be replaced by this false part, Z plus plus. Okay. Means what we are doing? We are storing the value of Z plus plus in the A. So Z plus plus is what? Initially it was 1. Okay. Now Z plus plus is what? It is going to increase the value of Z by 1. It will become 2 and Z will return the previous value. So previous value was 1. Correct. So x equals to 0, y equals to 1, z equals to 2 and a equals to 1. Clear, Shikhar? Okay. Now understand everybody how to solve. Just simple. It is nothing but one type of your if else. Okay. Many programmer what will do? Many programmer use for this what? Instead of if else condition. Because we need to write it within a single statement. But in our program, we will not going to use ternary operator most of the time. When you are going to do assignment also, you are not going to use ternary operator. Okay. If you understand this ternary operator, so tell me how will you find the maximum of 3? If you need to read 3 numbers from the user. Yes, Lokesh, 0 means false and 1 means true. We have studied this part in a if else. 0 means false, and any non-zero number means true, not a 1. Any non-zero number means a true, and 0 means false. Clear? So if you observe, if you understand this ternary operation, now tell me how will you find the maximum of 3 number if you are reading a 3 number from the user. If you are reading a 3 number from a user, you need to find maximum of 3 using the ternary operator. How will you write? Suppose I am taking my num1, the number RB, suppose num1. Now instead of num1 I am taking X, Y and Z. Okay, these are the three number. How will you write? How will you find the maximum of three number? Anyone have logic for this? How will you find? Anyone? A greater than equals to phi, and then I am asking Jayant. I am asking using ternary operator. You need to find maximum of three using ternary operator. Reply me privately. For, I am saying for all of you. Reply me privately. Num1 question, num question mark, num1, num2. Okay, you are creating another num. What is num? Vaishnavi, what is num? You are checking num here. What is num? Num question mark. Whatever the return into from the in the whatever the you are writing into for in the left part of your question mark means what your this is what your condition part. So what is num that? Num is your condition. Whatever you are writing into the left part of your question mark is nothing but condition. Yes, correct. Jayant is correct. Others? Try to think. If you are able to think properly, programming is very easy for you. Only the thing is that you need to create a logic. Concept can anybody run, but logic you should run. You should create. Yes, Pawan is also correct. So I will explain. Okay, I will explain now. Suppose I will write like this. First, I will check the condition x greater than y. Okay, I will check condition x greater than y. If I am getting x greater than y, if I am getting x greater than y, what will I do? I will check that. If this condition become true, then I will check is x is greater than z. Is x is greater than z? I will check. Okay. Here again, if this condition become true, again if this condition become true, what will I do? What will I do? If this condition also become true, I will print a x. Okay. Otherwise, I will print a z. Clearly. Now I will if this condition become false. If this condition become false, x greater than y. If this condition become false, so I will check is y greater than z. Okay. If this condition is true, I will print y is greater and z. If this condition is false, I will print z is greater. Clear with this? This is how you will find the maximum of 3. Correct? So what will happen? Which bracket will solve first? Which bracket will solve first? Tell me how it will execute. How it will execute? First of all, only tell me how will you execute. If you observe the associativity for the bracket, highest. First of all, tell me the which has a higher priority. Which one has a higher priority? Which one has a higher priority? Which one has a higher priority? Nope. No. Which operator has a higher priority? What I am asking, which operator has a higher priority? Here bracket is coming. Bracket as a higher priority. Bracket has a higher priority. See, here bracket is coming, here bracket is coming. Bracket as a higher priority. Understand? Highest priority, we have seen the table. In the table, we have seen that bracket has the highest priority. So here in this example, two brackets are coming. In this example, two brackets are coming. So I am taking with the example, I will explain. X equals to 10, y equals to 20, and z equals to 5 I am taking. Okay, this is what value I am taking. So first, this both the bracket have same priority. So which will I solve first? For the bracket, what is the associativity? For bracket, associativity is left to right. So this bracket will solve first. Okay, so this bracket will solve first. So first, tell me x less than greater than z. Is 10 is greater than 5? Is 10 is greater than 5? Yes, condition is true. So it will be replaced by x. This expression will be replaced by x. Correct? Now second thing, we will solve the second bracket. Now we will solve the second bracket. So inside of the second bracket, what is this? Inside the second bracket, what we are doing to? Y greater than z. What is the value of 20? Y value is 20. 20 greater than 5. Again condition become true. So again it will be replaced by y. Okay, clear? Now we are checking x greater than y. Is 10 is greater than 20? So condition become false. So false part will be executed. Means we will get the maximum value equals to y. Yes, Prasad, you can write like this also, no problem. You can write like this also, no problem. Clearly? Clear? How to get a maximum of 2? Now you have homework. You need to find middle element of 3. Okay, you need to write a program for find the middle element of the 3. Okay, using ternary operator, you need to find the middle element. Clear? Now next one is our last operator. Now last operator is our comma operator. Comma operator. Okay. Actually, in our C program, comma has a two purpose. Comma is used about two purpose. Actually, in our C program, comma is used about the two purpose. The first purpose or first work of the comma is nothing but it work like a separator. The first purpose or first work of your comma is nothing but it work like a separator. And another work is an operator. First work is a separator. Like what we do in a day in a daily life. And another one is a operator. These are the two work your comma operator is going to perform in your C operation, C language. Okay, unless other operation, comma is not doing any operation. Like your whatever the other operator, if you observe the other operator, they are going to perform an operation and they are going to return a value. But your comma operator is not going to perform any operation, but it is going to return a value for you. When you are going to use a comma operator, when you are going to use comma as operator, at that time it is going to return a value for you. Okay, what value it is going to return, we will see it. Okay, first understand your comma is not going to perform operation, it is going to return only value of that operation. Okay, because of that we are considering comma as an operator. So first we need to understand where we are using comma as an operator and where we are using comma as a separator. First we need to understand where we are using comma as a separator and comma as an operator. So the most of in first we will see where we use comma as a separator. So in your C language, in your C code, most of the time you are using comma as a separator when you are doing initialization. Int x equals to 10, y equals to 20. So what do you think? What is the comma working here? Like a separator or operator? What your comma is doing here? Yes, comma is separating two variable. It is separating x and y. Here comma is acting like a separator. Okay. Then another place where you are using comma as a separator is nothing but in a printf function. Okay, printf. Suppose you are trying to print two value. You are printing two values. %d, %d. Okay. A and B. Okay. Here what comma is doing? Here also comma is doing separation. In the printf function we are passing the three argument. This was our first argument. This was second argument, and this was third argument. Okay. These three arguments are separated by two commas. This comma is separating first and second, and this comma is separating first and second and third. Okay. Here we are separating the here comma is used what? Is as a separator. These are the most used location where comma is used as a separator in your C programming language. So far we didn't saw any program in which we have used a comma as an operator. So far we didn't saw in which we have used a comma as an operator. So I will tell you something, some examples. Now tell me that what do you think? If I am writing like this, 10x x equals to 10 comma 20, will it give compiler error? Is it correct? Is it possible? Is it syntaxically correct or wrong? It is syntaxically correct or wrong? Okay, if I am writing this part in a code, okay, I am going to write this much part in the code. If I am going to write this much part in a code, okay, if I am writing like this, int num equals to 10 comma 20, what do you think? Will it give error? Will it give error? Shiv Shankar, why it is wrong? Why it is wrong? Vaishnavi, why will it give error? It has the same variable, what? Only once assigned. Will it give any syntax error? If you observe this, it will not give any syntax error. Okay, sorry, I am using bracket is used error expected. Okay, अच्छा हुआ. Now what will happen? Will it give error? Now will it give error? Now it is not giving error. Why? Here comma is acting like a separator. Correct? If you observe this, here comma is acting like a separator. If you write like this, x equals to 10 comma 20. Okay, here comma is acting like a separator. Clear? What will happen? Here we are going to perform two operation here. If you observe this, which value will be assigned to x? Now tell me, what do you think? Which value will be assigned to x? Which value will be assigned to x? Equals to or comma? What do you think? First of all, tell me which one has a higher priority? Comma has a higher priority or equals to a higher priority? Assignment has a higher priority. So which will happen first? Which operation will happen first here? So here assignment operation is going to happen first. Okay. So in this we will this operation is going to happen first. Okay. This operation is going to happen first. Correct. So what will happen? If you are doing x equals to 10, if you are doing x equals to 10, what it will return? This expression, this value, what it is going to return? This expression, what it will return? It is going to return a 10. Means whole thing will be replaced by 10. Now comma is there. 10 comma 20. So what will comma return? Comma is going to return. Comma return the rightmost value. Returns rightmost value. Rightmost value. Okay. Comma is going to return rightmost expression. So which one is the rightmost expression in this example? Which one is the rightmost expression in this example? Yes, 20. So comma is going to return a 20. So whole expression will be replaced by 20. So whole expression will be replaced by 20. This is what output of the code is. This is what output, this is what you will return when you are going to execute that statement. Okay, if I am going to change one sum, if I am going to write like this, x equals to 10 comma 20. Now tell me the output. X equals to 10 comma 20. What will be the output? What will x store? If I am going to print the value of x, what will x store? Vaishnavi y10. Vaishnavi y10. Vaishnavi, why you are saying 10? So first of all, tell me how many operators are used in this expression. In this expression, how many operators are used? Actually, not two, three operators are used in this expression. First one is a assignment operation, second one is a comma operator, and third one is a bracket. So which one has a higher priority from this? Which one has a higher priority? Bracket has a higher priority. So bracket will evaluate first. Whatever the operation which is written in the bracket, it will evaluate first. Okay, whatever the operation written in the bracket, it will evaluate first. So in the bracket, this 10 comma 20 operation is written. In the bracket 10 comma 20, this operation is going to return. Correct? 10 comma 20, this operation is going to return. So when we do operation 10 comma 20, what will comma return? What will comma is going to return? Yes, it is going to return a 20 only. It is going to return a 20 because comma will return the rightmost value. So this expression will be replaced by, this bracket will be replaced by 20. This bracket will be replaced by 20. Correct? Now after that assignment operation will happen and x will store a 20. Clear with this? Clear with this? If I am doing like this, x equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Now what will the output? Yes, it will return 40 because comma is going to return the rightmost value. Comma is going to return the rightmost value. If you solve by associativity also, first you are going to follow left to right. First you will solve this much, this operator. It will return 20. Okay, it will return 20. It will return 20. After that, you are going to solve this operator 20 comma 30. So it will return 30. After that, you will solve 30 comma 40. So it will return 40. and you will get output as a 40. Clear with this? Any doubt till now in comma operator? Now let's try another example. Okay, if my value x value is suppose 10, if I am taking x equals to 10, x equals to 10 I am taking, and I am taking y equals to 5, y equals to 5. Okay, if I am doing like this, z equals to plus plus y, x plus plus. Okay, after that I am going to print. Okay, after that I am going to print the value of x, y, z. Print x, y, and z. What do you think it will print? What it will print if I am printing x, y, z? What do you think? What it will return? What it will print? 11, 5, 10. No. What? 11, 6, 10. Okay. Many of you are saying 11, 5, 10, 11, 5, 10. Okay, let us see what will happen here. Okay, let us try. So first of all, tell me again here 3 operators are coming equals to again. So if you observe, first we will solve the bracket first. We are going to solve the bracket first. Correct? So inside the bracket, what will happen? We will solve this unary operator first because unary has a higher priority. Inside the bracket, 2 unary operators are there, plus plus y and x plus plus. We are going to solve that unary operator first. We are going to solve plus plus y first. After that, we will solve x plus plus, and after that, we will go for comma. Correct? After that, we will go for comma. So plus plus y means what? What it will do plus plus y? It is a pre-increment operator. So what will happen? We will increase the value of y. By it will y become 6. Correct? And it will return what? It will return 6 here. Now after that, we will solve x plus plus. We are going to solve x plus plus. Now what is the value of x? What is the value of x? X is at 10. So we are going to increase the value of x by 1. We are going to solve x. We are going to increase the value of x by 1. X become what? 11, and it is going to return the previous value. It is going to return the previous value. It will return a 10 as it is a post increment. Correct? Now what we are doing? We are doing z equals to 6 comma 10. Now we are with the 3 operators equals to bracket and comma. So again bracket will solve first. So inside this bracket we are doing comma operation first. We are doing comma operation. So as according to comma operation, we are going to return the rightmost value. So 10 will be returned. 10 will be returned. So z will store 10, x will store 11, and y will store 6. So it will print 11, 6, 10. Correct? It is going to print 11, 6, 10. Clear? Any doubt? Now let us try another example. Okay, so I am declaring two variable here, int I comma z. Correct? I have declared two variable. Now I am running for loop for I equals to 0, j equals to 0. Okay, I am writing semicolon. I less than 2, j less than 4. Okay, I am writing 2. Here I am writing 4. Okay, I plus plus j plus plus. Okay, inside this I am printing the value of ing. Printf I comma z. Now what do you think what it will print? What will the output? First of all, tell me how many times this loop is going to run. How many times this loop is going to run? How many times this loop is going to run? Samaj is saying 4 times. Koni is saying, Koni Reddy is saying 3 times. Vaishnav 2 times. Others? Others? What do you think? How many times this loop is going to run? Okay, now many of you are saying 2 times. So those who are not understanding, I am going to explain. So first of all, what will happen? First of all, okay, first time when we are going to execute. Okay, first time when we are going to execute, what will happen? So first step is that we will come here. Okay, we will come here, I equals to 0 and j equals to 0. Okay, means here what will happen? 0 comma 0, 0 comma 0. Correct. Now after that, I less than 4, 0 less than 4, 0 less than 2. Okay, after that it will come inside. It will print the value of I and j, 0 comma 0 it will print, and it will go to the next part. And in next part what will happen? It will become 0 plus plus, and it will become 0 plus plus. Okay, this is what your first step is. Now what it is going to return? Okay, if you observe here, what it is going to return? So first we will solve the first comma. If you solve the first comma, okay, you will solve the first comma first. What it will return? It is going to return 0. Correct. Now when you are going to solve this one, this condition become true. Okay, this condition become true. One become, so as first condition become true, it is going to return 1. Okay, 0 less than 4 condition become true, so it will return 4. Now again this condition become true, 0 less than 2. Everybody is understanding what is happening here? 0 less than 4 condition become true, it is going to return 1. Again 0 less than 2 condition become true, it will become 1. Correct. So now comma operator will execute. Comma operator will return the rightmost value. Comma operator will return the rightmost value, means whole expression will be replaced by rightmost value. So 1 will be here. Correct. Now after that it will come inside and it will print the value of I and j. Okay, after printing that it will come here, it will increase the value of I and j. Okay, it will increase the value of I and j. Correct. We are not going to check this, we are going to check only the condition part. Okay, this is what your first expression. When it will come here, your value of I and j is nothing but, what is the value of your I and j for second time? I and j become 1 1 for the second expression, second iteration. For second iteration I and j become 1 1. Correct. So your initialization part will only execute 1 times. Now we are going to check the condition part. Okay, 1 less than 4 and 1 less than 2. Correct. This was your condition part. Correct. So what will happen? We will check the condition. We will come inside the bracket. We will check the condition. Okay. Now what will 1 less than 4 will return? What will 1 less than 4 will return? It will, what it will return? 1 less than 4. It will return 1. What will 1 less than 2 return? Again condition become true. It will return 1. Correct. So here what will happen? Again comma operator is going to perform. Comma operator will return the rightmost value. The rightmost value it will return. So again condition become true. As condition become true, again it will print the value of I and j as 1 1. Again it will go for incrementation. So here I become 2 and j become 2. Here I become 2 and j become 2. So it will come here for the third iteration. Okay, it will come here for the third iteration. And in third iteration, again we are going to check the value. 2 less than 4 and 2 less than 2. Correct? We are going to check the value. Clear with this? Now again when we are going to check the value, when we are going to check a condition at that time, what will 2 return? 2 less than 4 return? It will return 1. Condition become true. But 2 less than 2, it is a true or false? 2 less than 2 is a true or false? It is a false. So it will return a 0. Correct? It is going to return a 0. Okay. So as it is going to return 0, now comma operator is going to perform. Now comma operator is going to perform. Correct? Left part is 1 and right part is 0. So what will comma return? What will comma return? Comma return 0. Means in the condition part 0 is coming. If in the condition part 0 is coming, means condition become false. So it will execute only how many times? 1 and 2. It will execute only 2 times. Clear with this example? Any doubt till now? Okay. Now we are completed with our operator chapters. Whatever the operators we are going to see, we have completed. Some operators are remaining like that star. Some structures operator are remaining. That operator we are going to study in our that respective chapter only. Okay. Now we will not understand what is the meaning of that star and all this thing. So now we are going to start our the last chapter. That is what your arrays. Okay. Last chapter of your basic refresher. The first part. The last chapter of your basic refresher is nothing but array. How many of you have idea about array? We start our next chapter, that is your array. Our last chapter, that is array. How many of you have idea about array? If I ask you a definition of array, how will you define? What is meant by array? What is meant by array? Similar element, same data type of element. Okay. Array is nothing but what? An array is a collection of similar type of data items. And each item is called as element of the array. Okay. Array is a collection of a similar data type of element or similar data type of item. And each item we called it as a element of the array. Okay. If you observe in ls you have used arrays. Correct? In ls you also used arrays. So in that arrays, have you used a similar data type of element? Have you inserted only similar data type of element? No, in Linux you are not inserting similar data type of element. In that time, at that time you are inserting a string also, and an integer also, a character also. But if you are creating a here array, what we are doing? we are inserting only this array contains only a same data type of element. Okay, element of a same data type. If you have created an array of integer type, means what? It will contain only an integer elements. It will contain only an integer elements. If a character, if your data type of an array is nothing but character, it will contain only character. If your data type is a float, it will contain only float values. So my question is that what is the need of array? Already we have a variable. What is the need of array? Okay, array, suppose I am storing 10 elements in my array, but already variables are there. We can create a 10 variables there and can store 10 values there. But why we are using array? What is the reason behind array? Space to avoid according to their index. Others, what do you think? Others, what do you think? What is the need of array? What, why we are using arrays? Already we have variables. We can store the value inside a variable. Why we are using arrays? Access element is easy, correct. Others? So yes, we can access all the element with a single variable using array with the name of array. Okay, if you are going to deal with a less number of element like 5 or 10, okay, it will not difficult to access the 5 different variable, 5 or 10 variable. Okay, if you are if you are going to deal with only 5 elements and you are storing that 5 element in the 5 variable, it will not be difficult. But whenever you are going to deal with a means if you are going to deal with 100 or 1000 element, at that time you need to access this element separately. You need to access, you need to use 100 variables, you need to remember 100's value. But if you use array with a single variable, we can access all the element. If you are going to use array with a single variable name, we can access all the element. Okay, suppose consider a situation when we want to store and display the age of 100 employees. Okay, consider a condition in which I want to store and display the age of 100 employees. So what way I need to do? I need to declare if I am going to use by if I am going to if I am going to go by a variable method instead of going array method. What will I need to do? I need to declare. First thing, what will I need to do? I need to do. I need to declare 100 variables. Okay, I need to declare 100 variables. Okay, this is the first thing. Next thing is that I need to assign the value for each variable. Assign value for 100 variables. Correct. And third thing is what? I need to display the value of each variable. Display the value of each variable. These three things. Okay, means what? It will take 300 lines. Okay, declaring 100 variables, the assigning value to 100 variables, display 100 lines, means what? It will take 300 lines. But if you use an array, what will happen? In the array, you will enter all the values. You will enter all the ages of all the members. Okay, and you can display all the ages, display the all using the single variable. You are going to display the age of every member using a single variable only. That is what difference between a variable and your array. Your variable can only contains, your variable can only stores only one value, but array can store n number values. Clear with this? Clear with this? Why we are going to use array instead of we have variables? Okay, when you create an array, it will be created only in a continuous memory. Okay, if you in a C program, when you are going to create an array, at that time it is going to create in a continuous memory. For the element, we are going to allocate a continuous memory. Okay, suppose I am declaring one array. Okay, we will study later how to declare an array, all these things. I am just taking the example. Int array. If I am declaring an array like this, so I am declaring an array for 5 element. Okay, in which I am trying to store a 5 element like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose 5 element I want to store. So when your controller is going to execute this step, at that time you will get a continuous memory to store that element. Okay, so what will happen? Suppose in a, it will go to in a you will get a continuous memory. Okay, it will be created a continuous memory. So what will I do? I will create a memory for 5 elements. I will create a memory for 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is how you are going to store the 5 element. Suppose first element you will store 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Suppose the address of my first element is 100. The address of first element is 100. Can you tell me the address of second element? Can you tell me the address of second element? What will be the address of my second element? Can you tell me? Suppose my array is an integer array. Suppose my array is an integer array. My array is an integer array. So what will the address of my second element? Prasad, what will the address? What will the output? Jasna, Mahindra, why you are saying 101? Now tell me that if I am creating an array of an integer data type, if I am going to create an array of an integer data type, means what? Whatever the elements I am going to store in the array are going to consider as the integer only. They will be integer only. Okay, this 1 will be one integer, this 2 will be one integer, this 3 will be one integer, this 4 will be one integer, this 5 will be one integer. Correct? So can you tell me what is the size of integer? What is the size of integer? What is the size of integer? What will be the size of integer? Yes, size of integer is nothing but 4 byte. To store a one integer, we require a 4 bytes. To store an integer, we require only 4 bytes. So 1 will require 4 bytes, 2 will require 4 bytes, 3 will require 4 bytes, 4 will require 4 bytes, and 5 will require 4 bytes. So for storing the one, we will require 4 bytes. From 100 to 100, 101, 102, 103. These 4 memory address are required to store. This 4 memory address for I am asking for my system on the 64-bit system, Karun. Okay, for 64-bit system, the integer size is what? For 32-bit system or 64-bit system, the integer size is 4 byte. So to store one, I will require one 4 byte. So 4 bytes will be consumed to store one. So 100, 101, 102, 103. Okay, now your 2 will start to store. We will start the storing of 2 from 104. Correct? So again, next 4 byte will be store are used to store a 2. The next 4 byte will be used to store 2. So 104, 105, 106 and 107. These 4 bytes are used to store 2. Now storing of 3 will be start from 108. It will start from 108. Now what will the start what will the address for 4? Next element, what will the starting address for the next element? It will be 112. And what will be the address for the next element? It will be 115. Clear with this? Are you clear with this? Suppose I am going to declare an array of like this, double element, double. I am storing my array name is array AR1. Okay. So in that I am trying to store the element like this 12.23. So I am trying to store three element 12.23, 23.34 and 1.1234. These are my three element I am trying to store in my double array. Okay, these are the three element. Suppose my first element is a what? Double. Okay, suppose here I am trying to store 12.23. Okay, suppose the address of first element is what? 12.23. Now tell me the address of next element, what it will be? My system is a 64-bit system. My system is a 64-bit system. Okay, I will take draw another stack so that you will not be in confusion. Okay, there are three element. Okay, first I am storing 12.23. 12.23. Secondly, I am storing 23.24. 23.24. After that, I am trying to store 1.234, 1.234 stored. Suppose my starting address is 500. Okay, consider my system is a 64-bit system. Consider my system is a 64-bit system. What will the next address? It will be 508. Correct? And next will be what? 516. Okay, when you are going to create an array, at that time you will get only a starting address. Okay, using starting address we can access the remaining element. Okay, in this chapter we are not going to deal with the address. What is the address? All this concept we are going to learn in the pointer chapters. When we are going to learn a pointers, at that time we are going to learn the pointers concept, address concept. Okay, now we are not going to deal with that. Just remember that when you are going to declare an array, at that time we will get only the starting address. We will get only a starting address 100. Using that 100, we are going to access the remaining element. Suppose if I declare array like this, we will get the starting address. Using this starting address, we are going to access the different element. But in this basic part, in a basic refresher, we are not going to deal with this part about the address. We are going to just see the simple part. First thing is that we are going to see how to write a syntax for array, how to write a array, how to declare an array. Okay, after that various way to declare array. Okay, what are the valid conditions to declare an array? Now next thing is that we are going to see how to print an element of array. Okay, how to print an element of array. Next thing is that how to read an element from the array, how to read a element from the user for the array to store in the array. This thing we are going to see in this chapter. Correct? So array is nothing but what? It is a continuous memory. Okay, for array your all the element will be stored in a continuous memory. Okay, suppose we are creating the array. This is what your starting base address. First 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So it is an array of 10 elements. We will get only the start address. Now we are not going to discuss about the address. We are just discussing about the elements in this chapter. How to access it, how to read it, all these things we are going to see. Okay, the next thing is that if you are declaring array of a size 5. Okay, next thing about array you need to remember is that if you declare an array of a size 5, you can store only 5 elements there. You can store only 5 elements there. You cannot store more than 5 elements. You cannot store more than 5 elements. But in ALS, what will you do? You can store any number of elements. If you observe in ALS, you can store any number of elements. But in C, your array size is always fixed. So whenever we are going to declare an array, we are going to give size to array also at that time. Here also, here I am giving the size 5. Means what I am saying? I am saying that I am going to store only 5 elements. I can't store more than 5 elements inside this array. But when you compare to Linux, in Linux, the size of array is not fixed. We can add any number of elements. Means size is not matter there. In the Linux, any number of element you can add. In a scripting, you can add any number of element, whatever the type of element you can add. But in a C, you can add only the same type of element. If you declare an integer array, you can add only integer type. If your size is 5, then you can store only 5 elements. You cannot store more than that. Clear with this? To access the element, we are going to use the indexing. Okay, how to access the element we are going to see. Okay, to access the element we are going to use indexing. Okay, so indexing means what? For first element we are going to give index. Okay, suppose I am giving an index. To access the element we are going to use indexing. Index. Okay, so your indexing will start from the 0. Your indexing is start from the 0. Okay, first 0, here second will be 1, it will be 2, 3, 4. The access of how to access the element, how to access the array, it is same as your scripting. Okay, if you want to access the first element, if you want to whatever the value stored in the first address, if you want to access the first element, you can access using like this AR of 0. Okay, if you want to access the next element, you can do like this AR of 1. You can access, if you want to access the next element again, AR of 2. Correct? This is how you are going to access the element. Now talking about the size of array. Okay, we know the size of integer is 4 byte. For our system I am taking the size of integer is 4 byte, character is 1 byte, float is a 4 byte, double is 8 byte. If I am ask you what is the size for this array, what is the size of for this array, what will be the size of this array? Okay, it will be nothing but size of your array. It will be nothing but size of your array. Size of array is nothing but what? Number of elements in the array. Means size of your array. I can say size into the data type. Size of data type. Size of data type. This is what your size of your array. Suppose my size in the, if you take the first example, if I want to find the size of array, if I want to find the size of array, correct? So what is the size? What is the size of this array? This is nothing but what you are writing in the square bracket is nothing but size. Okay, int ARR. Whatever you are writing in the square bracket is nothing but it is a size. Okay. So what is the size for this array? It is nothing but it is a 5 into the size of a data type. Okay, the data type is nothing but integer here. Okay, so size will be what? 5 into 4 into 20 equals to 20. 5 into 4 equals to 20. So size of this array is nothing but 20. Now tell me what will the size of this second array? What will the size for this second array? It will be nothing but 3, because your size of the array is 3, correct? And it is a double. So 3 into what? 3 into 8. it will be 24. Correct? If I am trying to print the size of array, so okay. Okay. So I am writing array like this, int arr of 3. Okay. Now I am creating second array like this, float arr of arr 1, 2. If I am writing like this, char arr of 10, 2. And if I am doing like this, double arr of 3 of, if I am writing right here again 5. If I want to print the size for each array, printf percent. How to print the size of array? How I am going to which format specifier I am going to use to print the size of array? Yes, correct. Percent lu. Using percent lu, I am going to use print the size of array. Percent lu. Size of arr. Okay. Now tell me what will the output for each answer. Tell me what will the output. For array 1, array 2, array 3. What will the output for this one? What do you think? Okay. First we will talk about this first one. Okay. Here it is nothing but it is a 3 element and it is a type is a integer. So 3 into 4, it will return 12. First we return 12. Now second, 2 into it is a 4. 2 into 4, it will return 8. Now next one, it is a 10. Okay. Array 2 is nothing but it is a 10. Size of a array 2 is nothing but it is a 10. 10 into char. Size of a char is nothing but 1. 10 into 1, 10. On array 3. The size of this array is nothing but 5. 5 into double. 5 into what is the size of double? 5 into 8 equals to 40. So it will return 12, 8, 10, 40. It is printing 12. Okay, I am going to just a minute. I am giving new line there so that it will be very. See, here for size of array is ARR is 12. Size of ARR1 is 8. Size of ARR2 is 10. Size of ARR3 is 40. Clear? Okay, this is what basic part. This is what some introduction part about array. Okay, tomorrow we are going to see what are the different way to declare array, what are the different way to initialize the array. Okay, what are the valid ways, what are the invalid ways, whatever all these things we are going to discuss. Okay, we are going to see how to print an array After that, we are going to see how to scan an element from the array, how to scan a element from the user to the array. Okay, all these things we are going to see in the tomorrow's lecture. This is what the basic part you need to remember that. Okay, in this, you in the basic part you need to remember that array is nothing but what? It is a collection of a similar data type of element. Array is nothing but we are going to store a element of a same data type. Okay, when we are going to create an array, a continuous memory will be allocated, a continuous memory will be created to store all the elements of the array. Okay, this is what your basic part is. We cannot store the element more than the size of your array. Suppose your size of array is 5, then we can store only 5 element. This is not like ls. Okay, this is not like a scripting. In a scripting, what you are doing, you can store any number of element. When you are going to declare, at that time you are not mentioning the size also, but here we need to mention the size also. So all these things we are going to see in the tomorrow's lecture. Any doubt about today's lecture? Anything you didn't understand? Everything is clear, guys?